Hello friends, welcome to my drawing channel. In this video, I want to teach you this eye. You can download the required photo file from the link in the description. First of all, I define the inner line of the eye and add darkness to it. And then I go to the lower line, which I reduce the pressure of my hand due to its lightness. Then I define the eyelid line, and in some places where it is darker, I put more pressure with my hand. Now I draw the lower eyelid and define its lines, and then I go to the iris. I draw around the iris and mark the place of the pupil of the eye, and mark the place of the light in the eye, and mark the fine lines inside the light. I go to the iris and draw the lines inside it according to the other lines and according to the photo of the model. I start drawing lines inside the iris. The thickness of these lines must be completely correct and similar to the photo of the model. Some of these lines are narrow and short, and their ends may have a different shape. I specify their angles, the size of their thickness and their place. I add everything that I see similar to the model photo. You have to be very careful. Remember, one of the most important things is to see. At the same time as you become a professional in drawing, you must also become a professional in seeing and see everything accurately so that you can perform accurately. Make sure that your shadows are uniform and not streaked. If you still have trouble with shading, go to the previous videos and practice shading techniques to become a pro at creating pencil shadows. I draw the darkness and grays inside the iris, and with the tip of the pencil, I shade between the lines. Very soft shadows, exactly as I taught you in previous videos. Where I need more darkness, I increase the hand pressure, and wherever I want to create lighter shadows, I decrease the hand pressure. I take my blender and soften the texture of the shadows and add grays to the drawing. With the mechanical eraser, I add lights that look like lines in the work. I hold the mechanical eraser vertically. Whenever needed, I add details again with a pencil. I use all the tools. You have to become highly skilled in using the tool. Practice with each of these tools for hours so that it becomes easy for you. I create very bright lights with an electric eraser. I also add pupil and iris darkening. I add a very soft gray around the iris and soften the texture with a fader. Now I create shadows on the upper lid with a pencil. Do these things very slowly and patiently, and carefully. Remember that you should always look at the photo of the model and draw exactly like it to learn better. In the first days and weeks, in order to gain more skills, we draw from the photos of the models to find the necessary skills to draw better drawings. So always keep the photo of the model near you so you can look at it constantly. Make sure that the shadows are soft to create the desired volume. Wherever needed, you can drag your finger on the shadows, but with very little pressure. Now the corner of the eye. And eyelid line and lower eyelid. Pay attention to the grayscale. We can determine the volume of the lower eyelid by creating a suitable grayscale. I check again and add the textures that I want to make softer by the blender. And I go to the darkness inside the white part of the eye. I add a little darkness and then soften them with a blender or with my finger. I clean the eraser with sandpaper so that there is no additional darkness on it. And then I create these textures. Little by little, we draw the eyelashes, and I draw them in place one by one. I have to pay close attention to the photo of the model and add them to the painting. We have to use the technique of drawing thin line on both sides. Pay attention to the eyelashes and their distance from each other. If you don't pay attention to this matter, in the end, your drawing will be very different from the photo of the model, and this is not good. You must learn to draw what you see. Some eyelashes are long and some are short. We draw all the eyelashes using the technique of thin lines on both sides so that they look completely natural. According to the darkness that I see in the photo of the model, I increased the hand pressure to add more darkness here. I start to draw the eyelashes of the lower eyelid. The lower eyelid lashes are thinner and shorter, but I still create them with the technique of thin lines on both sides. Pay attention to the curvature of each eyelash. Pay attention to the size and length of each eyelash. Now I add the thin veins in the white part of the eye using a mechanical pencil. Note that the thickness of these veins are different. I always add white lights at the end with an electric eraser. And with a paste eraser, I can add a little light to places like the back of the eyelid. At the end of the work, check everything so that it is exactly the same as the model photo. To become a professional in drawing, you need to be patient and watch these videos many times and practice many times. Follow my videos and practice and be patient. I am sure you will succeed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I am ready to answer your questions in the comments section. Good luck!